Hello students, welcome back to Vishal Sir Physics in Real Life. Today we are going to discuss about chapter Current Electricity and the subtopic is Heating Effect of Electric Current. So before starting, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, like, comment and share and click to bell icon to get the latest notification. If you have not seen my previous video of parallel combination of resistor, you can see it through the link given in the description box. So let us start. What is heating effect of electric current? Now some basic idea before starting the topic. Suppose we consider this is the main application. Suppose this is a, what is this? Yes, absolutely right, it is a soldering gun. When we apply some potential difference here, when we apply some potential difference here, across this wire current should be flow, and because of flow of current across this coil, it has some specific resistance, heat up. This is a main application. There are a lot of application of heating effect because of electric current. Geyser, electric iron press, lot of applications are there. Now how will this work? Let us discuss. Suppose we consider 2 points. There are 2 points in which one is live wire and the other is neutral wire. Suppose this is live and this is neutral. The live wire suppose considered as a positive terminal and the neutral considered as a negative terminal. Now as you know that the potential difference is created between these 2 points. Because of difference in their potential, charge will flow. Suppose charge is denoted by Q. Then we define the potential difference. Potential difference is nothing but amount of work done per unit charge. Amount of work done per unit charge across these 2 points. That's why from this equation we get the value of W. W should be equal to V into Q. Mark it by equation 1. Now we have to find out the value of heat which is produced across this coil. For that, let us suppose that current I is flowing through a resistor. Resistor means this coil of resistance R for a time of T. The potential difference across the resistance, as you know that V should be equal to W by Q. That's how we get W should be equal to VQ. Because of this potential difference, we get the definition of power. As you know that what is the definition of power? Power is nothing but work upon time. This is a basic definition of power. Now you know the value of W from equation 1. What is the value of W from equation 1? W is nothing but VQ. VQ by T. Mark it by 2. But Q by T, this quantity Q by T, rate of flow of charge, that we call as current I. Mark it by 3. Now by using equation equation 3, equation 2 implies 2 becomes what you get, instead of Q by T we get I. That's how we get power should be equal to VI. In next video we discuss about this, what is power, what is a different form of power. Now we have to find out the value of H. How we can find out? Again a simple concept. Here we apply the potential difference. Means starting we get V and at the end we get H. Here heat is produced because of application of this potential difference. What you observe, when we potential difference created between these 2 points, charge should be flow. Because of flow of charge there is a work done, W. That's why we get W should be equal to VQ. After that, in time T, charge is Q by T, we get current. Flow of current because of power, that is P. Now we want heat. Again we use the definition of power. Power is nothing but, what is the formula of power? Already we see that W by T. The simple concept is there. When we rub your hand, what you get? what you feel, heat is produced, depend on your power. This work done is in the form of heat, that is H by T. Then from this equation, as you know, the symbol of power is P. From this equation, what you get, H is equal to PT. Mark it by equation number 5. Okay. Now you know the value of P from equation 4. So by using equation 4, equation 5 implies, put up the value of power from equation 4. What you get? H is equal to, instead of P, we get V, Vi, T as it is. This is the one form of heat which is produced across that coil having resistance R. But we want the derivation in terms of R, in terms of resistance, because here we consider resistor of resistance capital R. To apply Ohm's law, you know, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Now instead of V, you want IR. You want IR, put up this value in this equation. Therefore, equation 6 gives, A implies, H should be equal to, in place of H, we get IR. IR into IT. So what you get? I square RT. Okay. So what you get final expression? H should be equal to I square RT. Now mark it by equation number 7. This equation 7 is also called as Joule heating effect. You know, heat, the unit of heat, the unit of energy is expressed in terms of joule. Okay, that's why according to Joule heating effect, how we define this, states that scientist Joule states that the first point is H is proportional to square of the current flowing across that coil. It means that H is proportional to I square. Second statement is that H is proportional to R. What is R? Resistance of that coil. Okay. And the third statement is that H also proportional to how much time the current flow, means H is proportional to T. I again repeat, according to Joule heating effect, states that directly proportional to square of the current, first point. Second point, directly proportional to resistance for the given current, for the given conductor. And the third one is directly proportional to time for which the current flow to the resistor. I hope so you understood very well. Goodbye and hope we will meet in the next class soon. Thank you.